Hey guys, welcome back to Open It and Play. This is Mike, and today we're going to be looking at the Marvel Legends Gamerverse Captain America versus Venom. I've had this one for a long time, but I hadn't opened it. It was sort of sitting on the bottom of my pile because I had a lot of Captain Americas recently. But this is one that I really liked the idea of, but I really wish that Venom was a darker blue. For me, this Venom comes across as much too light. I'm okay with sort of blue Venom if it's sort of like the blue in the comics blue. But this, of course, is based on Marvel vs. Capcom games, and Venom's blue was just really bright blue. So let's get these guys out of the package. I think I showed all parts, but the back part is kind of cool, and I like the way that they tried to make it look like the game. They didn't have the rights to, say, Marvel vs. Capcom or any Capcom characters, but I think they did a pretty good job with what they could do. As for the figures, then we're going to see what it's like. So with this Captain America, we do have a lot of new parts, I think. That is the main reason that I wanted this pack. Okay, our legalese paper as usual. And here's what we've got inside the package, if you want to see that right off the bat. I think Cap is going to be the highlight. I know his shield is feeling a bit small in this pack, which is sort of a major bummer because this only goes with the shield. But I think I'll just keep those two together, so then it has less of an impact. But we do have the thumbs up for Cap. I think we had a pointing hand for Cap. Maybe we didn't have a thumbs up, or did we? Honestly, I forgot. But anyways, we've got dual thumbs up for this one. And we also have this kind of almost manga-esque Cap where he's yelling and his mouth is looking pretty dang big in comparison with the rest of his face. But it's not horrible. It's not great, but okay. Venom, on the other hand, for me is much more boring. I know some Venom people out there are saying this is the best Venom figure ever, but I don't think so for me. I am a big Venom fan, but for me, this is not my Venom. So let's get the guys out of the package. We'll start with Venom first. Oops, he's got a little bit of tape on there. Okay, and he's got his alternate hands, which are his usual hands. They should have come up with some new parts for Venom because this guy is basically a retread. I don't think there's anything new here other than maybe the lower mouth sculpt on this might be new. Is that new? But yeah, definitely the tongue with the slime coming off of it. The slime part seems to be new. So I think this lower part is a new sculpt, and that's it for this Venom. Okay, his hands look okay, but yeah, it's nothing new. We have these. I would have preferred a black Venom that came with new hands and new heads and everything, but I'm dreaming if I think I'm going to get that. Okay, and of course this is supposed to look like the video game, so Venom here has a pretty cool, like, unmasked head. We've seen this before with the Venom, 5-pack, 4-pack, and now I forgot how many characters. But anyways, that pack was very disappointing to me, except for Venom himself. The Venom himself is good, but the other figures were really disappointing for me. So, but anyways, yet another multi-pack that disappoints. Hopefully this one doesn't disappoint. The Venom also, he comes with pins, so that was something that many people criticized. Upper body, it's pinless, but let's just take a look through his articulation real quick. First, we can see the Venom logo on the back and front. Okay. So as far as his articulation, he does have a hinge with a ball peg. It seems to be standing out a little bit taller than usual. I don't know if that's because of the way they had the heads or if they wanted this one to appear just a little bit taller, but it looks okay. It's not as big as Venom was in the game, I don't think. I think he should be bigger. But okay, he can look up that high, down like that. He has, he has a teeny tiny bit of attitude. Sorry, it's not focused. He has a teeny tiny bit of attitude, but of course, looking side to side is okay. All right, he's got butterfly joints that will go back really far, really far, and forward a decent amount. Cross body, sort of like that, basically like that. So it's not the best, but it's not too bad. Okay, his arms will go up freely. Those are pretty good. I don't know if the shoulders are new, but at least they go 90 degrees. He's got bicep cut. He's got double jointed pinless elbows that will get him that far. Hits onto his own muscle there. His body has a diaphragm joint, so he can go side to side a bit, back that much, but you get this giant missing cut in the middle. Okay, and forward that much. Again, you got a gap here. I don't know why they can't do these things, but okay, this one will go forward. His ab crunch will go forward. I think you're going to get paint chippage if you push it too far. It'll go back quite a bit. So if you combine the two, he's got a pretty good range of movement. Not perfect, but pretty good range of movement. Okay, he'll kick up quite far because these are a softer plastic and they seem to have sliced a decent amount out of there, so you can pose him pretty good. But he's got thigh cut that is really stiff. Wow, that's stiff. Mine is incredibly stiff. Watch that, guys. It might break if you do it too harshly. Mine was stiffer than usual. So, okay. And his knees will go like that, double jointed pinless. They don't go back very impressive amount, but that's the sculpt we're working with. Okay, he's going back that far for his foot, forward a decent amount, but not a whole lot. And he does have ankle pivot. Okay. No waist cut on this guy because it's all in the diaphragm. But it does really break up this image of his Venom logo. Okay. The alternate head, we'll just take a look real quick because it's easy to do so. That is what he looks like with it. To me, he's got kind of a funky lower jaw, funkier than usual. Venom often has a funky lower jaw, but this one is sort of past what I consider cool. But it's just me. Okay, we'll put him in the background and we'll get a measurement on him real quick. He's tall, but how does he measure up? He is measuring up to just a tiny bit, just a hair over 7 inches. So about 7 1/8 inches. That's about 18 centimeters even. Okay. All right, we'll put Venom off to the side, right back here. Okay, and now for the main course, Call Me Chiappy. Call Me Chiappy, that was when the first Captain America movie came out in Japan. They had like a little chibi doll that came with the movie merchandise, and it said, Call Me Chiappy in katakana. It was like, oh, that's so cool, Chiappy. But anyways, I'll get this guy out. Okay, so this is a bulkier Captain America. He's got a wider chest, but I think this is a really nice figure. I wish that we would get a US agent on this build, but apparently the new one is not this build. Apparently it's the Punisher build, if I remember right. But I hope that there's a US agent that's as beefy as this one. This Captain America, sorry. Okay, we'll put him off to the side and we'll look at the accessories. So we got double thumbs up. Double thumbs up. There we go. Double, come on. Sorry, guys. Double thumbs up gestures. If you haven't seen, he says, what is it? Something soldier. Thumbs up, soldier, when he has a victory on this game. We've got that alternate face that's kind of goofy for me. I guess it works from the side more than from the front. From the front, to me, it just looks like so anime-esque. So it doesn't really work for me. But anyways, everybody's mileage may vary. Okay, we've got the dreaded shield that is smaller with the breakable clip. And this thing is a hard plastic, so it's guaranteed to break at some point in the future. But one thing that we do have that is awesome is this new, like, is it called Shining Star? I forgot. Shining Star? No, Shining. I can't remember. Final Justice. I can't remember which move it is when he does this. But anyways, clips in here. And he's got this cool ramming effect. So if we can keep it from breaking. See, this thing is already giving me trouble. He doesn't have a hand that kind of hold it, so you have to use the clip, and that is scary. So we're gonna pop this off. We're gonna pop this on. I'll try putting it this way for starters, but I don't know how well this is gonna work. Okay, so it's on here, but then you have to be really careful when you move it because you might just break the clip off. So it's got to sort of be charging. But anyways, it's a cool looking effect. The little lines add to the aesthetic in a very good way. So, all right, that's a nice effect. I wish the shield was bigger, but the blue part does kind of hide it a little bit. Okay, off to the side, let's look at Cap. So Cap is sporting some new parts. I think his biceps, are his biceps the same? I honestly can't tell, but his biceps might be the same as they were before. Whoops. But they might be a little bit beefier. But definitely his chest has a wider appearance. The star is kind of stretched out across his uniform. I like this kind of stretching effect to make it look exaggerated. I did that with my She-Hulk Fantastic Four custom. Some people might not like it because it doesn't look exactly like the original artwork, but I sort of thought it looks good for sort of the appearance of like a bigger, bulkier chest. So, but anyways, this guy is going to make me happy, I think, because I really like the feel of the figure. He can look up this high. He can look down like that. He can't really get much attitude because of it being a hinge and a ball joint, but he can at least look up and down pretty well. I don't know if this sculpt is the same as what we saw before. It might be a little bit different. So to me, it looks sort of more manga-esque, but I might be wrong. You guys might be like, Mike is so anti-manga, but I'm just not sure for this guy. Okay, so the butterfly joints, as we saw before, they go way back, but they get a little bit gappy in the front, and then they go forward quite well. The shoulders will go across like that, up. He does twist here, and we also have double jointed pinless elbows, but these are going to be limited depending on how you choose to flex them, how you choose to pose them. The glove gets in the way, the bicep gets in the way. Okay. As far as his hand goes, the glove doesn't rotate, but his hand does swivel and hinge. These are both horizontally hinged, and his alternate hands were also horizontally hinged, just in case you're wondering. Okay, as far as the chest goes, he doesn't have a diaphragm joint, but he has an ab crunch that will go forward like that and back like that. I think it looks pretty good. This part is a bit challenging to work with as far as that goes. He's got an old style swivel, torso twist, waist swivel. He can kick up that high. Out to the side, holy cow, out to the sides, he's better than Spider-Man, which is crazy. He's got thigh cut that moves buttery smooth. He's got double jointed pinless knees that will get you like that. That's definitely good. He's got, thank God, he's got boot cut. If he didn't have boot cut, it would be like, no. His ankles go back really far forward, and he does have ankle pivot, though it does feel a bit like clunk, clunk, clunk. It's sort of on, what's the word I want to say? Oh, I can't think of it. I forgot English. Okay, anyways, guys, it's a bit clicky. It's not exactly clicky, but all right. And let's get a measurement on Captain America. How tall does he stand? Cappy is going to stand about here. Oops, there he goes. He is standing at 6.5. Is that right? 6.5, or just shy of 6.5. So that's about 16.4 centimeters or so, right around there. Sorry, Cap, he fell onto the skateboard, which has a rough, sandy, gritty appearance. Hopefully I didn't just break that on the star. I think it was probably already that way, but whoops. Sorry, I cannot get it to focus. All right. So that is our Gamerverse Captain America that I was looking forward to for a long time. I want some options with Posen Cap with his shield. And I think this first butterfly joint cap situation is very nice. Can kind of put it behind him, all kinds of stuff. But as far as the thumbs up, I'm going to put one of those on just for the end of this review unboxing. So thumbs up, soldier. He's looking pretty beefy, right? Okay. Thank you, guys. Was there anything I forgot with Venom? I don't remember, but yeah. Venom doesn't have a boot cut, so you don't have that articulation. He has pins still, which is disappointing. Pins, no boot cut, and these heads are not really doing it for me, and the color of blue to me is a little bit too bright. It's not as bright as I expected after getting it out of the box, but it's still too bright for me. Not my Venom. Okay. Thank you, guys. See you in the next review. F-ICE, F-fascists, wherever you are. They're taking control in so many countries. Let's fight the power. All right. Bye, guys.